Guys, it's me. I'm back.
What's up, party people? We're like, Max, come on. He's like, no, they're not.
All right, this show is taking a turn for the.
Hey, what's going on, everyone? It's Rick over at Monster Bass, and welcome to another episode of Monster Bass Live. For those of you tuning in at home, thank you so much for making the effort to be here on time. I'm doing the same to be here on time. A little grumpy today, but don't worry. It won't come in the way of us having a good time. If you're new to the show, maybe hit that subscribe button so that way you can stay up to date with all things Monster Bass. We got a killer show for you. I got one of the best sticks on the planet as a guest today. As always, we're going to have Max on. I'm going to give away a few things. I'm going to eat some chips, drink some wine. But I wanted to share a few things with you guys. So, it's funny. I started watching a lot of YouTube videos lately, and normally I don't get caught up in all the nonsense because, listen, social media gives everybody a soapbox, and everybody can become a critic. And I think with that comes a bit of responsibility, but only if you choose to be responsible. It's funny. I was listening to this guy talk about our box, and he went on to talk about how it's garbage, and I sat back and I watched him as he went through another box, and then he made the comment. He's like, "I've never heard of Robo Worm." And I thought to myself, well, that's really an interesting comment. And for those of you at home that might think I'm talking about Steve from Florida Fish Talk Radio, I am not talking about him because he made a similar comment. This is nothing to do with Steve. Love Steve, not him. This is a random dude, made this comment, and it got me thinking. Everybody's entitled to their opinion. And, we're going to do our job to put together what we think is the best box available. We're going to introduce you to some of the best brands out there. What that told me is I need to do a better job. I need to do a better job of telling you, like when we put Thunderhawk in the box, some of you were like not so kind to the brand, and that's okay. Again, that's your choice, but that just tells me I got to do a better job. I got to tell you about Hawk, the guy who designs those baits. That guy probably designs baits for probably 40 brands that you know. Hey, dog, shut it. Anyway, so that guy Hawk probably designs baits for 40 brands, most of which are all on Tackle Warehouse. Some are big California brands. He makes killer swim baits, and I realized I'm not doing the job I need to do, and so it got me thinking. Clearly, I must. Whoa! Hey! Come here! I got a 9-pound dog that thinks he's about a 50-pound. I don't know how much dogs weigh, but he thinks he's a lot bigger than he is. But I don't know. He's got little man syndrome, and I try to appease him because he does a really good job of protecting me. It's true. I mean, my dog actually bites a lot of my friends, and I tell him straight up, like, listen, he doesn't like you. It's nothing personal. He just doesn't like you. Doesn't mean my dog's bad. Now, if you want me to put him down, I'll put him down, but I love my dog, so I won't actually put him down. So back to the story. All this means is, listen, I respect every one of your opinions. And when I go online and I defend my opinion and stance, it doesn't mean that, here goes Rick again. It just means that just as you have your own opinion, I'm entitled to my opinion. And while I do realize I need to do a better job, when I comment on your videos and on your stuff, it's not because I think you're wrong. It's just because I have an opinion just like you. And so I hope you appreciate that and hope you understand that I'm doing the best job I can to put together boxes that I think are regionally and seasonally appropriate based upon the places you love to fish, because you have choices on all the boxes out there. And let's face it, at the end of the day, there's a bunch of new ones coming out, and every brand under the sun seems to have their own. And listen, if that's what floats your boat and that's what you want, great. But we got some really big things coming up this year, and I'm really pleased to announce in May that we are launching something that we're this isn't a one-time thing. This is going to happen next year, but this is the warm-up to next year. It's the 2021 Big Bass Championships. That's right, the Big Bass Championships, and you're going to have the opportunity to earn cash and prizes. We're going to break the country into regions. We're going to make sure that you have an equal opportunity to fish, and you can fish all year long, which means your next catch could win you thousands of dollars. That's right. It's going to be as simple as you downloading the Tourney X Pro app, creating a profile if you don't have one, and then picking the tournament, the Monster Bass Regional Tournament that's appropriate to where you live. And whenever you catch a big fish, you log it. The winner is going to be the guy with the biggest fish, but it's not just going to be it's just not going to be specific to that person. Every region is going to have a winner, and then we're going to randomly be giving away hundreds and thousands of dollars worth of prizes. I mean, I'm going to randomly pick the smallest fish. I might just go pick the guy that's got the best name. I don't really know. Here's the best part. As a Monster Bass subscriber, it's going to be free for you to participate in this tournament. If you're part of the general public, a measly $10. That's right. $10, and all season long, you're going to be able to participate in the Big Bass Championships presented to you by Monster Bass. 2022 is going to be a big year. I'm not going to tell you much about that tournament. I am just going to tell you that we got big things. And so your May box is going to give you your free entry. We're going to give you a code so that you can participate for free. I think it's going to be really exciting. And somebody's going to get crowned a champion. And I promise if enough of you participate in 2021, I promise 2022, we'll be giving away boats. We'll be giving away, I don't know what the cash prize will be, but it's going to be a crap ton of money because I'm not dicking around. I think that we put this tournament online, and we'll have the biggest online fishing tournament on the planet in month 1. So there you have it. That's my quick little rant for the month. Let's bring on Max and see what he's up to. Max, how you doing, bro?
Hey, peoples.
Max, when you rolled out of bed this morning, do you have a camera in my room and you decided that you were gonna copy me? We're wearing the same hoodie or what, bro?
Oh yeah, always wearing this hoodie. So technically, you're copying me.
Fair enough. I am a poser. Max, tell the truth. That these hoodies they help you with the ladies.
Oh yeah, for sure.
All right. So what's new this week, bro?
Well, I got my hair cut.
Hold on.
I'm going to my hunting cabin this weekend.
Take that hat off. Take that hat off for a second. Turn to the side. Did your mom do that?
Nope,
or did you tell a lie and your mom forced you to go to Supercuts to get a haircut?
No, I went to the barbershop and I told the guy that I wanted a mullet.
Shut your mouth, Max. Max, you ever seen Joe Dirt?
Oh my God.
Can't say that.
Max, you ever seen Joe Dirt?
I can't say that I have.
All right, here's what I want you to do. You and your dad, I love your dad. I think you guys need some father-son bonding time. I don't know if it's appropriate or not. Right now is not the time to look it up, Max. Eyes on me lets you know that you're paying attention to me. You can tell I used to be a teacher, all right? Max, I think you and your dad need some father and son bonding time. He can crack open some cold ones. The two of you could sit down and talk about mullets all day long. And there's pretty girls in that show, so don't worry about it. It's going to be well worth it. So you had a good week, bro?
Oh, yeah. I went fishing on Sunday.
Yeah, did you make any movies?
Yes. Yes, I did.
Did you use the camera I bought you?
Oh, no. I left it in my drawer. Yes, I used it. And I just finished downloading a clip. And I'm going to edit it after this podcast.
Oh, okay. Max, can you tell I've been crying? I've been crying all day.
I know, I can tell. You're such a crybaby.
Well, Max, I didn't think you had to call me a crybaby. I mean, listen, men can cry. I'm in touch with my feelings. I did it last night for a good 30 minutes.
Why?
Well, I'm going through a lot right now, Max. I don't know if we want to unpack this right now. We can.
We don't have to.
Okay, thanks. Oh, thank God, Max. Finally, Max, some truth. Max, I'm really excited about today's show. You know who we have on?
Me too.
We have on
Yes.
not only one of the best sticks on the planet, but I'm going to give you 3 hints.
Okay.
He's one of the best sticks. His liver might not be fully functioning. And his drink of choice is sometimes questionable. That being said, he was the very first tournament angler that I ever met in person.
Wow. You learn something every day.
Yeah. So you don't want to guess who it is, or
Well, it's not like it's in the name, but I'm gonna go ahead and guess Travis Moran with Smallmouth Crush.
Well, okay, so you would be wrong because Travis Moran used to work at Lucky Tackle Box and make videos, and he is the host of FLW Live or something like that right now. So that's a good guess.
Oh,
a little
Manson.
disrespecting to our guest.
Travis.
I mean, at least you didn't call him Maryland. God, Max, he is going to beat the crap out of you, and I'm going to let him. I'm going to let him. You ready for this, Max? Why don't you go down to the fridge and grab yourself an ice cold Zima or whatever fruity beverage that what are you drinking in there? You steal stuff from your mom? Is your mom home?
Alcohol.
Is your mom home?
Kidding. Yes, she is.
Why you always itching your nose, bro?
Mom!
The meatloaf.
It's a habit.
Yeah, dude, you got to stop with this stuff, okay? Stop.
I know, it's a habit.
Oh, okay. All right, Max, I'm not dicking around anymore. I'm not waiting. Your mom wants to do shots later. That's cool. We're going to do it with our guests. So why don't we give you want to do the intro?
Yeah, sure.
Don't screw this up,
Not
man.
your time. Never mind.
Okay,
First,
my bad.
no,
do the
Mom,
intro. Get out
Mom,
of here.
get back here.
Oh, get back here.
Yeah, I love the way he yells at her. Oakster's Live, $10 super chat,
Blast
customer
her up.
service, 5 stars. Thank you, bro. My customer service team is the best. They're the backbone of this company.
Yeah, right now. He
Yeah,
just called
Mom.
you in.
Hey, what's up, Mom?
What's up?
Hey, how's it going?
There's the
Not
hot
much.
mom.
Wow, Max. Max, I'm allowed
likes
to.
to make jokes.
Max, I'm allowed to say that your mom's hot. You're not allowed to. Then it gets really weird. You're not from West Virginia, or I don't know. What?
I think
Did we
the
just
joke
get a-
is Alabama.
Did we just get a lot of cancellations from West Virginia? How's it going, Max's mom?
Good. How about you?
Yeah, pretty good. Pretty good. How you doing?
Good.
Yeah.
We Max told you we made some video this weekend.
You made a video?
Well, I'm the videographer.
Oh.
I'm not making the video. I
She's my
just hold the camera.
Do you think you could make a video for
She's
me?
my camera lady.
No, not at all.
Oh. All right. I
What
guess we'll
kind
talk.
of
I guess we're gonna talk about fishing then. So, Max, it's your mother. right.
You guys, you know what? Anyway, what's
Yeah,
up?
exactly. So, just make sure you're available later on. I might like to have some drinks with you.
All right, sounds good.
All right, great. Thanks a lot.
All right.
This is exciting, isn't
Get
it?
into it.
So we got to give Oakster back his $10. He's like, customer service might be good, but the fact that you just said his mom was hot. Wow, this is great. All right, Max, let's welcome our next guest. Actually, he's our first
Let's
guest.
do it.
And depending
can
on
I
just
welcome him?
just so we're clear, depending on your energy level, we might just throw you back off screen and send you to a timeout. So don't
Well, that's
F
awesome.
this up,
Should I
bro.
have
What?
good energy? Could I do the intro?
What's in your fridge, by the way? No, but
Drinks.
behind you, is that a fridge with a Lunker Hunt sticker on it? And
Oh no, that's my tackle. It's my tackle cubby.
wait, a cubby? All right, wait, we're gonna go through that with our guests. Max, why don't you introduce our next guest?
Everyone, let's welcome Travis Manson from Smallmouth Crush. Get him on the screen. What's up, Travis?
Hey, what's up, guys?
How's it
Here we
going?
are. Happy, what is today?
It's
I
a
don't
Wednesday.
even know.
Happy Hump
No,
Day.
it's
Wednesday.
a Thursday, I think.
Oh, it's Thursday.
Oh,
I'm already
Yeah, it's Thursday.
Thursday.
yeah.
Happy Thursday.
How you doing, bro?
Hanging in there, dude. Probably some of the busiest times of my life right now,
Yeah.
but fighting through,
Yeah. So
fighting through.
what's going on these days that keeps you so busy?
Well, I think it's a variety of things. It's the YouTube channel. It's the the guiding, it's the tournament fishing. It's just this time of year, and it's my own fault, my own personality. I don't know. I need some help.
But you wouldn't have it any other way, right?
Man, dude, I would love to be able to just sleep until 11 one day.
Oh.
You know what I mean? I would
Yeah.
have it another way.
I
Dude,
get
I
it.
would.
I get it.
Just
Listen,
give me one day. Or I don't have to do nothing. I don't have to worry about nothing. I can just chill.
you know, it's
Give me that
interesting.
day.
Yeah, you know, it's interesting. I don't set an alarm. I never
Oh,
have.
no.
And so I could sleep in as long as I want. And God darn it, I wish I could, because I'm like
Right.
you, like I'm laying there, and all of a sudden I even have the phone on silent, so no call is getting through until 7 a.m. unless you're on my list. And 5:30 rolls around, and every day, and I'm like, ugh, all right, let's get up. And I don't need to. It's so weird.
It is.
Wait a minute.
Yeah.
So you're telling me you wake up naturally, no alarm, no one waking you up at 5:30?
Yeah, Max, my mom lives in New York, so she's not busting down my door and yelling at me to go to school.
Well, you see, if Alexa or my mom didn't wake me up at 6:30 every morning for school, I'd be in bed till like 12 o'clock.
Max,
every
is your
day.
girlfriend hot?
No, Alexa is this.
Oh, that's
Alexa.
too bad. That's too bad. I bet you could ask. So, can we talk to your girlfriend? Hey, Alexa.
Oh, I unplugged her on accident.
You're such a. Why? You embarrassed of her? You're embarrassed about, like, you don't let her open her mouth, or what?
Yeah, she's pretty stupid.
Wow, Max, you're we're going to unpack that one later. One of these days, maybe you can come to a men's team meeting and we'll figure that out. So, Travis, you got a lot going on. The channel's growing like crazy. You got a weekly show. What day is that show on?
Right now it's on Monday, so we do the live every Monday, and try to do it one video a week, and then of course the Smallmouth Crush podcast every Sunday as well.
Amazing. And when you're not doing those things, you're guiding, and
I'm on the water.
and you're fishing those occasional tournaments. What?
Yeah.
What do you love more, the tournaments or the guiding?
The tournaments.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes.
Should we talk about last year? What went down at the end of the year? And
Well, last year was I took a little time out from the tournament scene. Last year, I still did a lot of local stuff, don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
But this year kind of ramping it back up again, kind of where I used to be 2 years ago. And so we're back at that level of intensity. And for me to function properly and to go through these different tournaments and these events, it's I'm not real lackadaisic. Is that a word? Is that how you pronounce that?
Lackadaisical?
Yes. I'm pretty intense when it comes to every aspect of tournament fishing and planning, and
Wait a minute. Hold on.
that takes a toll.
You're pretty intense only with tournaments? You're not intense with every aspect of your life?
Pretty much everything, but the tournaments they take focus on all the other stuff I have to be intense about, and so it just piles up on me,
Take me through. When's your next tournament?
Well, the next real one, or kind of a little. I got a little. I got some team stuff coming up every week, but
what do you got next? Like Syracuse?
No, just the next one could possibly be Saturday on the Chesapeake Bay. Haven't decided if I'm going to fish that one yet, but there's a bunch every other weekend, on the bay, which that's not my main focus. So it's going to be the Bass Northern Open on the James River.
Nice.
In about 2-3 weeks. So
Max, what do you think? What do you say? You want to partner up with Travis and fish one of the opens? We pay for your entry fees.
I love the Upper Bay.
No.
It's like 20 minutes away from me.
All right. First of all, if you can't listen to what I'm saying, I'm not letting you fish the tournaments. I can't count on you as a partner if you're not listening. I offered to let you be his partner to fish the opens.
Yes, I will be his partner to fish the opens.
All right, we got a couple qualifying questions. I'm sure Travis has some questions for you. To
Well,
determine
number
whether or
one,
not
if you have a mullet, it ain't happening.
Ooh, what do you got there, Maxie? Let's see
Then I
it.
guess it ain't happening.
Max, do you think... Max, could we shave like the MB logo on the side of your head? God.
We
dang.
could totally do that.
Maybe some lines and stuff. I bet Travis back in the day, I bet he totally had like, I bet he had some lines in the side of his head.
Nope. I had frosted tips, but that's about as far as I went.
Yeah, the first time I ever met Travis, I was telling Rafi this a couple of days ago. I'm in New Orleans. I'm at my first Bassmaster Classic, and here walks this guy. He's got a visor on, and he's got the frosted tips sticking out of the top. It kind of looked like who's that guy? Who's the guy on The Simpsons that was always went to jail and stuff? No, I don't know. No, with the hair. He had the big hair. Oh, Sideshow Bob. Was it Sideshow Bob? Anyway. Yeah, Travis, you were the very first guy I ever met walking the floor with my former employer. And I'm like, all right, so this is a tournament angler. I'm like, he's got his shirt on. He looks the part. I'm like, all right, I guess I got to get a visor if I want to play that role. And then, of course, I listen to you guys talk, and I watch you guys in the water. I'm like, all right, I'm just going to stick to being behind the scenes because I can't do that stuff. What so you got some local tournaments coming up, but when are the big ones really coming?
Yeah, the big one, the Northern Open, that'll be on the James. That's literally, I think, about 2 weeks away is when I'll start heading down for that. I'll get about 4 or 5 days of practice in there. Already done a lot of research, of course, online and utilizing every tool I can here before I arrive to that body of water. So it's ordering baits, it's tackle prep. You know, I just packed all the extra baits today that I think I may need or run short of, or perhaps I find some type of pattern that may work with a specific bait. I want to make sure I have that stuff as backup. And then I go into far as just making sure I know some of the local tackle stores, gas stations, boat launches, everything. So I'm not fumbling around trying to figure things out when I'm on the road. I want to be able to be as efficient as I can with my time.
Yeah. Take me through, like, I don't understand. How do you order tackle, like, I don't know, let's call it a month in advance for a tournament when we don't know what they're going to be biting on a month from now? Like, what's that process look like?
It's actually, for me, it's very simple. So it's confidence baits. That's what I'm going to be going with first. It's also going to be buzzwords, we'll call it, through my internet research on the bodies of water. So if I keep hearing watermelon red in specific reports, things like that I find online, well, that might be something I need to know, because in my go-to boxes, I don't carry a whole lot of watermelon reds. I like to keep things simple. And so if I am going to a new lake where that buzzword keeps popping up, well, I need to get some of my confident baits in that color ready to go if need be. It's very unlikely that happens, but there is a time and place for that stuff. I just want to make sure I have that in the back of my head and on my notes. So pretty much seasonal patterns will determine, and your strengths, what you're going to be fishing in that tournament. So I have a pretty good idea how I'm going to go about these events. Listen, these events nowadays are not a power fishing, let's throw a square bill, let's throw a frog all day in a 4-day tournament with 200 plus boats beating up that body of water. That doesn't happen. That might happen on your local pond or maybe your 1-day event somewhere, but it's not about that anymore, in my opinion. And that's why I have a somewhat successful success rate on tour at these events, because I fish my strengths, which is finesse fishing, and I have the confidence baits ready to go. It's just I have to find an area where I can utilize my strengths and my patterns to put together a good finish.
What are the rules, like the things you're allowed to do and not allowed to do in terms of like pre-tournament, like research? Like, Can I call the local tackle shop and ask them what's working, what's not? Can I like
Sure,
what's the deal?
you can definitely communicate. There's some events are, 30 days prior, no information. Some are, the Monday of official practice. So you're going to get during pre-practice, we'll call it,
Mhm.
a few days before the actual event. Guys will be teaming up with local guides, buddies, things like
Mhm.
that. They're going to be showing them around the lake for sure. You're going to take advantage of those situations if that's the route you want to go. You pretty much are allowed to do kind of free reign. Really, I think no information for these opens is 3 or 4 days prior to the event.
In those tournaments where off the record, of course, in those
Mhm.
tournaments where you're not allowed to contact anyone and get input from anyone. If I was a betting man, would you say the over-under on the tournament anglers that stick to that 30 days is over under 1%?
It's definitely over. People definitely get, yes. There's some. They're going to take advantage of that situation. Now, there is lie detector tests, things like that.
Really? Wait a
Sure,
minute.
there could be.
Wait. You have to take a lie detector test?
There could be a possibility. Absolutely.
No way.
So,
Wow.
you would have to keep that, in mind if you're going to try to bend the rules. Waypoints will automatic or, magically show up on people's electronics. Public forums that really aren't public will be out there to share information. Random text message, social media messages will come in. So it's hard to control that stuff.
Yeah.
But it does happen. It happens all the way to the top levels of tournament fishing.
Wow, that's crazy. Hey, Max, did you know that Trav here, he finished 4th in a recent tournament?
I did not.
Did you do any kind of show notes experience or research?
Yes, I did.
What did that research show you?
That Travis teaches people how to fish. He fishes a lot of tournaments. And that he has a podcast and a YouTube channel.
He finished 4th at Chickamauga, right?
That's correct.
I didn't read that anymore.
Yeah. What were you throwing? And
Sure. So all but one of my keeper fish in that event came on a Z-Man Big TRD.
Amazing. How'd you have that rigged?
I just had it basically on the power shroom head, 1/10 or 1/6, depending on the conditions, depending on the wind and things like that. On a spinning rod, 8-pound Cortland braid to 12-pound fluorocarbon leader.
It's funny. I was a long time ago. I had the opportunity of touring the Cortland plant. Because I grew up in Syracuse, and you go to the Cortland plant. It's this unassuming warehouse, and then you go down into the basement. Have you ever been in the basement?
So I haven't been there yet. I've been invited to go there. I'm hoping to make a trip up there this year yet.
So
absolutely.
here's a really interesting story about Cortland, and again, the only reason why I know it is I think of Syracuse is my home, and Cortland is pretty close, and I drank 1 or 2 or a couple thousand beers at Cortland once or twice, and so I got to tour the Cortland plant. You go down into the basement. And they gave me the tour and showed me how braid was made. And they probably have like 1,000 machines literally in this old warehouse running 24 hours a day making braid. And the machines are so cool. And if you ever seen the Cortland booth at a trade show, they always bring one machine. They make the braid for you and everything. But so you imagine like standing back and watching 1,000 machines in unison making braid. It's so impressive. And the story actually behind Cortland is it's impressive in itself and sad at the same time because they were like one of the original makers of braid and then like totally got ripped off. And, we don't need to name names and call people out, but like it's just funny how business works and how they could have they probably would have been one of the most dominant, biggest names in braid had that not have happened. And, you know, they're making a comeback and they make a quality product. And, but yeah, it's really impressive to go through and see how they make braid. So,
Yeah, absolutely.
yeah. Should we take some questions, Max? What do you
Yes,
say?
we should.
What do you say, Jared? Let's open up the hotline and see if anyone wants to talk with Travis and see what he's going on.
I have a question for Travis.
Okay.
Good. Yes.
Go.
So, since you fish a lot of tournaments, I wanted to know, how did your first ever tournament? How was that?
So the first ever tournament was back in my home state of Wisconsin. I was probably 16, and it was with my dad, and we did cash a check, but it was it was an all species tournament, right? So you could basically bring in, 5 bass, 5 walleye, 2 northern, 10 white bass, and 10 panfish. It was like total weight of, and that was really the start of tournament fishing for me. I think we took third. And actually, hold on, time out. My first tournament was in 1989. I was very young. It was a kids fishery contest. Hold on a second. Let me show you something here.
Oh, this is exciting. We're breaking in.
I got her.
Say.
There we go. Third place.
Oh my
Probably-
goodness. Is that a trophy from like a kids tournament?
Was that for
Yes, it is.
rollerblading or was that for fishing?
No, bro. That was third largest fish in 1989. So here's how I did it. Now there's all these kids up there, with their spin cast, and we're young. Like there's 3, 5, 6, 8-year-olds, right? And it was at Marble Park, and it's just basically a back channel that's got a lot of grass about 15 feet from the bank, and then it drops down. And you could cast. I mean, an adult could cast across that lagoon. And so all these kids are trying to fish with their bobbers and whatnot, and they're casting it in the grass. They can't get it past the edge. Some can, they're hooking, like a couple kids got lucky and hooked some cat. So anything went, right? Biggest fish could have been a carp or a catfish. I decided to target bass, and so I would put a bobber and a full night crawler and not bunch it up on the hook. It would be just hook it on the hook. I would cast that bobber on the weed edge and then just wait. And it didn't take long. And I brought a lot of 14, 15, 16-inch largemouth that way. And then for the next 5 years, I have trophies up here. So from 89 on, every year when I was eligible as a child to fish that event, I placed and actually won a couple. So that, I guess, is my first tournament experience.
Amazing. Hey, what are you drinking today?
I just have a little bit of wine tonight. That's all.
All right. Well, cheers. How about you, Max? You steal anything from your dad's liquor cabinet again?
Oh yeah, man. I dumped a ton of tequila in this drink.
Oh,
I'm just kidding.
God.
I'm having
All right,
fruit juice.
Max, we're going to take a call. Hold on a second. All right, let's do it.
Hello.
Hey, how's it going?
Good. How are you?
Great, man. Who am I speaking with?
You were speaking with Fishing the Southeast.
Oh.
I was wondering. Yeah. I was wondering if you'd be able to put the River to Sea S waiver 120 in the box sometime, and specifically, hopefully, if you can, possibly get it in the color light trout. You will not believe how many fish can be caught on that, and it is a big fish bait. It is amazing.
So you're not asking me to pick a needle out of the haystack. You're saying just randomly pick some River to Sea bait in any color, right?
Sorta.
Sorta.
It is just one of the most amazing baits you could ever fish.
Yeah, but they're not good in Syracuse, New York, are they?
No.
Probably not.
Okay. Where do you live?
They'll work.
I live in the South, Georgia.
Georgia. Okay. All right. I'll tell you what. Here's what we're going to do. I'm going to give you an email address. I want you to email. You ready? You got a pen?
Yeah, I'm good.
All right. Davey at monsterbass.com. DAVY. Like the claymation
Okay,
dog
got it.
that used to be on Sundays with Davy and Goliath or whatever. I don't know. Yeah.
All right.
Davy at monsterbass. Tell him exactly what you want. He's the guy that's in charge. So listen, if you're watching this, Davy at monsterbass.com, Davy Taff is the guy. He's working in the industry for like 20 years. He knows everybody. He's the guy responsible for putting the baits in the box. So here's what happens. Here's the way that it works. We break the country into regions, and then we work with all the guys within the regions, and they tell us what baits they want to see. And then we go out and try to make that happen. But, of course, you know, most of them are like, yeah, give me the Mega Bass Vision 110. And I'm like, all right, great. I'm going to send a box with one bait in it. Congratulations. It's going to be a winner. So I would suggest you just to reach out to Davey. He'll do the best he can, and he'll take your feedback.
All right, cool.
All right, man.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, I appreciate you calling in.
Also,
yeah, go ahead.
On the live, would it be possible to get Tactical Bassin on the live, either Matt Allen or Tim Little? I mean, they're probably the smartest fishing guys I've ever seen. I mean,
I might go with second, but I mean, I think I do have the I do think I have the first on the line right now, but we'll give it a try, okay?
Okay.
All
right. Thank you.
No problem, man. All right, we got another call, don't we?
Can I take the next call, Rick?
Sure, Max. Go ahead. I'll tell you when.
Hello, caller. You're on the air.
Way to go, Max. Way to make him feel comfortable. I think, Max, we need to know our roles, okay? What do you say? Let's take another call. Let's take another call. Hold on. Let's see how we do. You ready, Max?
Take this call.
You're live. Hello? Hello? Oh.
Man.
No. We got disconnected, Max. Everybody wants to.
Yeah, I got disconnected too.
Wow, this is unbelievable. I agree with David Ellers. He's like, we need to screen the calls to get questions for Travis. This is nonsense.
Yeah. Travis, you should take the next call.
Who is it?
Clearly.
Hold on, we got a call. Hold on. I can't hear it. Hold on. Yeah, go ahead. You're on the air.
Hey, what's going on? This is Jason.
Jason, how's it going?
Good, bud. I got a question for Travis and Max.
Ooh.
First question is for Travis. For beginning anglers, what advice would you give?
I mean, let's get a little more specific, but for a beginning angler just starting out, I guess, the best advice I can do or give would be to try to get as educated as you can about fish patterns, about where these bass live, seasonal patterns, YouTube videos, Bass University. There's so much information out there. Past articles. There's just consume yourself with podcasts and listening and content and YouTube videos, and then try to establish I guess, whatever gets you excited when it comes to, learning these techniques. Grab it and go and experiment with whatever kind of jives with you. So if you hear someone talking about frog fishing, like a topwater bite, that sounds like a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Get consumed with that, and then move on to the next, I guess, pattern that excites you.
Hey,
Travis, we got another caller. Hold on.
I want to talk to Trap.
What?
Hold on.
Yeah.
Hey, tell him this is the bass monkey.
You tell him yourself. You tell him yourself. You're online.
Hey, Trap.
Yes.
I can't hear him.
You got me?
Yeah, I got you. Hey, can
Go
you hear
ahead,
me?
caller. Yes, we can.
Yeah, we can hear you.
Hey, Crush Man. I got a question for you, man. If you could take and fish one body of water the rest of your life for smallmouth, where would it be?
Let's guess. Let's guess without him answering. Go ahead, Max. What do you think?
What's the one lake that JC Dropshot always fishes?
St. Clair.
Yeah, I think it'd be St. Clair.
Okay, caller, what do you think?
And then we got to throw one more little wrinkle in there.
Wait.
Whoa.
Another wrinkle. What's that? Go
We're
ahead.
going to throw one more wrinkle.
Okay.
And you have to be able to raise a family in this area. The best place to raise a family.
Okay,
the
fine.
Best place
Yeah,
to
no problem.
catch smallmouth.
All right, so he said St. Clair. What do you say? All right, he hung up. I'm going to go with the St. Lawrence River.
So my answer would be Lake Michigan, Wisconsin, Sturgeon Bay, Door County.
F 'em, Bucky.
Whoa, are you being biased because you grew up there now?
Wait, hey, Max,
Rob,
we got
are
another.
you telling me I can fish only one place
Yeah,
the
we
rest
got
of my
another
life?
caller.
I'm going to go back where I grew up.
All right, go ahead, caller. You're on the air.
All right, I got a question for Travis. So, I grew up in the Pennsylvania, New Jersey area, fishing a lot of the northern reservoirs, and I'm planning on going to Florida, moving down to Florida. What adjustments would I have to make to effectively fish down there?
So Florida lakes are obviously they're a lot different than the northern, than pretty much anywhere. It's a lot of grass, obviously. So there's going to be lakes that are like bowls, right? Shallow grass, lots of grass. So you got to get good at identifying grass, seasonal patterns, and then being able to fish that grass effectively under those different types of situations that you're going to incur, right? So Florida strain largemouth, cold fronts, hot summer days, spawns that last for months, that start in December, that can end in February, March. Vegetation types is what you're going to want to learn and be able to decipher between the differences, and then locating what specific type of grass or combinations of grass attract the bass. If it was me, I struggled down there in Florida. I mean, I've actually caught some of my personal best fish down there. I've had some good weights, but my style, if I was to head down to Florida during some specific time frames, would probably be more offshore, hardcover, things like that, whether it be cypress trees, shell beds that may be close to grass. But my biggest weakness in my mind, which I think I could make that adjustment if I was forced to, would be Florida grass fishing in groups like you see down there, throwing little finesse baits and chatter baits like everybody else. I'd like to try to find a way to differentiate myself and incorporate my style of fishing and bring that to Florida. Now, obviously, when I head down there, I don't have time to do that, and that might take months or years to develop. And so I end up doing what everyone else does and catch 12 pounds of bass sometimes, if I'm lucky.
I got you.
That's for 5 fish, not 1 fish.
Hey, man, thanks for calling in. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
All right, guys, the hotline's open, 760-991-0696. You want to ask Travis a question? All right, we got another call. Let's take it now. Caller, you there?
Hello?
Hey, how's it going?
Hey, how's it going, Rick?
Good, man.
I got a question for Travis.
Yeah, please.
Travis, I'm an older gentleman. I'm 59. Back in the day, I used to fish tournaments from 1988 to 2005, and I got out of fishing. And I'm from the state of Maryland, which I live 15 minutes from the Potomac River. I fished the major fisheries like Gaston and Kerr and Chickahominy and the James and Rappahannock and all like that. I'm just recently getting back into fishing. Believe it or not, I think in all those years I've fished, I've only ever caught one smallmouth, and that was in the Upper Potomac during a tournament. I'm getting back into fishing. I'm going to be doing the KBF trail here soon. And you have to say the Chesapeake Bay. We got a tournament coming up in August. And I'm looking for some ideas on what makes the smallmouth different catching the smallmouth different from catching the largemouth? Because I've been doing a lot of research and all. And my other question is, have you ever tried the steelhead corking method of setting up a smallmouth a lure using the corky with the feathers and everything? Does that make sense?
Sure. Yes, I think so. So you're asking about the difference in smallmouth versus largemouth primarily, or how to target them, or where?
Yeah, basically, because I've never fished for smallmouth, and
okay,
I'm going to have to start getting used to catching smallmouth. So.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, first of all, congratulations for deciding to get back into fishing in the tournament scene. There's actually quite a few people in that age range that you're referring to that are getting back into it. I've had a couple guide trips recently. I know I have a few scheduled where people are kind of have that burning desire to get back into fishing, which is great. As far as smallmouth goes, so if your goal is to go catch a bunch of smallmouth and enjoy the experience of catching smallmouth, you have to put yourself around bodies of water that have a potential to really show themselves when it comes to smallmouth fishing. So you mentioned Potomac and upper Chesapeake, and there's places where you can accidentally catch smallmouth, and you can actually catch some good, fairly decent sized fish for that fishery. But if you're really interested in learning and getting involved with bigger smallmouth, your Tennessee River lakes, some smaller lakes in the Carolinas, North Georgia, places like that, and then of course the Great Lakes and some of the great main rivers that are famous, Susquehanna River, places like that, is where I would focus my time if you wanted to learn a little bit more about smallmouth, because most of these events that you're going to be fishing here in the Middle Atlantic are going to be, they may have smallmouth, but you will never do well in a tournament for the most part targeting those fish. And so to experience the smallmouth, you have to really go to waters that are historically known for producing smallmouth. And sometimes it's seasonal, take Pickwick, for instance, March, April is the place to be for smallmouth on Pickwick. Come July and August, it can be a little tough. Just like when we fish at Chesapeake Bay, I probably catch maybe a dozen smallmouth a year on the Chesapeake because I just don't target those fish. As far as your other question with a bobber, that's a float and fly technique I think you're getting at. I don't do a whole lot of that, but I will use hair jigs a lot, especially in clear northern bodies of water, to effectively catch smallmouth. And it is a great technique that certainly does work. So hopefully I answered your questions there.
Yeah, I think that was a great question, great answer. I'll tell you what. Why don't we? Should we keep the hotline open a little bit more, Max?
Yeah, man, I like these shows. I like this calling, man. This is
right. It's
this
so
is
good.
Pretty cool.
I want to take
Rick,
the next call. I want to get a second try. My first one kind of.
Max, I'm ready to do a shot with your mom. I don't know what. Oh, hold on. Let's take one more call, and then let's go get your mom.
All right. Let me take this one.
Oh, we should do a giveaway, too. Go ahead, caller. You're live on the air. I apologize.
Hey, Rick.
Yeah?
Ray Larson.
Hello? Who is this?
Ray Larson.
Ray, how are you, man?
Good. How's it going?
Good, bro. I know I just texted you. I just want to let you know that you're live on our live show with Max, my co-host, and with Travis Manson from Smallmouth Crush. How you doing?
Well, that's awesome. That's good.
Yeah.
How's it going?
Yeah, pretty good. So, for those of you at home that don't know who we're talking to Ray from well, Ray, you want to tell everyone what the name of your company is?
Razor Custom Tackle out of Springfield, Illinois.
All right, so we got Ray from Razor Custom Tackle, Springfield, Illinois. I would have screwed up the Springfield, Illinois part, but so
Oh, that's all right. I'm just you caught me at a good time. I'm heading up to South Haven, Michigan right now.
So Ray, you fish. What tournaments do you fish?
I fish the Toyota Plains Division, Major League Fishing.
Okay.
I fish the Bass Central Open. I fished the Michigan BFLs
So
out of Major League Fishing.
So what you're telling me is you know your way around the boat a little bit, and so you fished enough tournaments to know how to design some baits, and so
Absolutely.
the fact that I'm gonna give away a prize pack tonight. Everything here is sponsored by Razor Custom Tackle, and I got a hat, I got some baits, I got a couple shirts.
Oh, that's awesome.
I'm coughing. I just want to bring you online. So for everybody that's watching today, and Max, if I can wake you up for a second.
I'm taking notes, bro.
Oh, okay, good. So we're thinking about working a deal with Razor Custom Tackle to put them in the box. Again, you know, I like to work with the biggest brands. I like to work with regional players that have cult-like followings. And these guys, in their neck of the woods, everybody knows them. They make quality products built from quality components. They got tournament results to prove it. And so we're just in the process of finalizing an opportunity to put these guys in the box. And so I want to bring Ray on just to say hi. I want to show off some of the product. And, you know, for every person that's putting $1 into the super chat, you're going to be entered into it. And again, the money really goes to the party that we're going to have at the end of the year. Does Travis know about the party, Max? Travis, you're going to love it, bro. Every dollar we get from a super chat goes straight to the party fund. And it's going to be pretty good. So,
I'm coming. Awesome. I might bring some portable lights.
Max will be at military school because his parents are sending him to military school because he's like, you know, he talks back a lot. He's a little disrespectful at times and whatever. But
that's a lot.
We just got a $5 super chat from Fishing with Gramps. And if you have not seen his latest video, it kind of speaks volumes to my commentary when I entered this whole show this week about, like, everybody's got a platform. Everyone has an opportunity to speak, and I respect it. And, you know, you had some – I just want to say, Fishing with Gramps, I really respect you, and I appreciate the the follow-up comments that you had because, you know, you were super critical of me, and you have every right to be super critical. And then you followed up with this one video, and you were like, well, actually, I mean, it was the actually only bait that I caught fish with, and all that other stuff. So I want to say thank you to Fishing with Gramps. I really appreciate you. You're dope. And when we do have a party, I'll make sure that you're fully a part of it. So, but anyway, Ray, I just want to get you on the line and say thank you. And we're gonna.
You're very welcome.
Yeah, we're gonna give away the prize pack that you sent to me. I'm staring at it. It's got a hat. It's got a T-shirt. It's got a sun shirt. And after I get done testing your buzz bait in the pool here, I'm gonna give it away at the end of the show if you don't mind. Is that cool?
Oh, that's I appreciate it. Yeah, that sounds awesome.
All right, and if people want to check out more about Razor Custom Tackle, where do they go?
You can check me out on Razor Custom Tackle on Instagram, Razor Custom Tackle on Facebook, and we're the website razorcustomtackle.com is about ready to go live here any day now.
Amazing. All right, Ray. Well, thanks a lot for calling in. Really appreciate it.
I appreciate it, Rick. Have a good show. Thanks.
You got it, man. Have a good one. All right, we got another caller. Caller, go
ahead,
man.
caller. You're on the air.
Shut up, Max.
All right.
Who's screening these calls, by the way?
Yeah. No, listen, I have to yell at my producer, Jared. I mean, look, at the end of the day, I said, you know, it'd be really great to get the voice of a younger generation. And I thought, like, I was getting, like, Andy Milonakis or someone like that from the Man Show. I thought we'd have Max in front of grocery stores, have it selling beer to old ladies and doing all sorts of fun stuff. Instead, I got Max talking back to me and giving me crap, and I find it disrespectful. We're going to have a long talk with his mom later after we do a couple shots, but first, caller, who are we talking to, man?
This is Brendan.
Brendan, how's it going, man?
Good, how are you?
Good. Where are you from?
All right, so Georgia.
You got a question for somebody?
Yes, I do, Travis. I've never gone smallmouth fishing before, and I was wondering if you give me some tips or maybe some like techniques that I could use to catch some smallmouth. 'Cause I've never caught one. I've never fished for them, so I would like to maybe get into that sometime.
Great question.
Okay, well, yeah, and Brandon, right?
Yeah.
So what you want to do, so Georgia, there's going to be a couple places. I'm not real familiar. I know there is definitely some smallmouth probably within a couple hour drive. Southern smallmouth are different than northern smallmouth for the most part. They're a little different beast, different environment, things like that. So, you can actually probably get on a pretty good smallmouth bite. I would recommend trying to scout out smaller rivers and streams. All right, that's gonna be your best bet, your easiest way in that vicinity. There's got to be some creeks, and they might not be giants, okay, but they're gonna be fun. They're gonna have some fish, and
okay.
I don't know if that's your style, or if you have a boat, or give me a little bit more background on your setup.
Okay, so I do have a boat, but it's not like set up for rivers or anything. It's more or less a pond boat. I have spinning combos and bait casting combos. I have like 4 or 5 of those, and I have a plethora of lures. So, I mean, I'm pretty sure I'm set on lures and all.
Yeah. Yeah, I would stick with basics. So obviously a tube is an effective presentation for smallmouth, and that's primarily 80% of the time fished on the bottom. You can fish that in rivers, streams, lakes, big reservoirs, whatever you want. But tubes, finesse baits like a Ned rig, okay, a Z-Man TRD. Is a great bait, or any of their smaller creature baits that you want to use. Any small finesse plastic on a jig head dragged along the bottom is going to be effective. You may run into a topwater bite, especially during the summer months. So little pop bars, things like that are going to be effective. If you're fishing little streams and rivers, and I'm picturing back, you might have to hike back a few mile or two. You got to do some map study. You got to find some of these areas, cold, clear water up in that region. And inline spinners would be a great choice for those streams. Swimming a grub. It should be pretty easy. If that's a goal of yours to go capture a smallmouth, that's where I would start. And of course, if you do know some bigger bodies of water and you have the ability to explore, like I said, it does get tough different times of the year. Middle of the summer in the south, for smallmouth, it makes it a little tricky. So you might want to fish a little bit more towards the early evenings, late afternoons, into, of course, early mornings, into the night at times on these bodies of water. Same techniques will work.
Yeah.
But again, don't discount a small swim bait, soft plastic swim bait as well. Could be your best friend in those situations. So, and of course, we do a Smallmouth Crush podcast every week where I basically talk with the top smallmouth anglers in the country every week. And there's a lot of great information being given out on that podcast. And we have they're without a doubt, they are the top smallmouth anglers in the country. And they give out a lot of great information. That would be a good start for sure.
Okay, and are the color schemes like the same? So like you'd use like a green pumpkin bait in clear water,
yeah, absolutely,
and then like a darker colored bait.
Absolutely, you're dead on. Yeah, if I had one color, it would be green pumpkin. Okay, but I also like a straight black. Believe it or not, black and blue actually can be effective at times. But stick with your browns, your green pumpkins, those types of colors. I mean, as you get comfortable, you can start experimenting with some of these other different shades and colors that are out there. Morning Dawns, straight pink, white chartreuse, of course. There's a time and place for everything, but a basic good setup color, green pumpkin.
All right. Well, thank you very much. Thank you.
All right. Hey, thanks, caller. I think what we might do this time is let's do an outbound call. What do you say? Let's give somebody a call.
Hey, Rick.
What?
Real quick. I want to know something. So I've been planning it for the last couple of podcasts, but think I could do a giveaway?
All right, go ahead.
Hmm?
Go
Oh,
ahead,
you mean
do
do it? Oh, all right. So, guys, I'm going to be doing this giveaway that I planned. First of all, so you know what you're winning, you'll be winning 1 bag of Senkos, 1 bag of creature baits, 1 bag of finesse baits, 1 bag of swim baits, and 2 hard baits. All shipped to you in one of those fine Monster Bass bags right there. And all you have to do is make sure you're subscribed to my YouTube channel, and you have to go onto the video that I'm going to be uploading tonight. It's going to be titled Fishing on Lum's Pond, right? And you're going to have to type in the comments the word chatterdonk. It's like what I call chatterbaits. But here's the thing, guys. I'm not going to tell you how to spell that, so you're going to have to think it out. It's not that hard, but yeah.
Okay. All right. Max, can we jump into a call?
Yeah, let's do it.
Let's do it. What do you say, Jared? Oh, we got him on the phone. Are we on the line?
Hello.
Who is this?
This is Fishing with Graham.
Oh, snap. What's your real name?
JT.
JT?
Yes, sir.
Oh, JT, really nice to meet you, man. I mean, I've watched your videos, and I really appreciate you've made videos in support of our company and with your own opinions, and I really appreciate it. I want to say thank you.
Oh, I appreciate that, and even I know when I got to eat crow sometimes.
No. Listen,
I was happy to do it. I mean, hey, I was skeptical as anyone else because, like I said, I've been off the water for several years, and I come back and you got all these companies selling boxes and bags, and I was like, oh, this is not really. But I'm telling you, you got me with the Strike King bundle at first on your VIP list, and then you turn around and hit us with the tungsten weight, and I'm like, oh, okay. And then got the classic bag, and that crankbait saved 2 different trips in tough conditions here in southern Indiana. So I gotta say, I mean, I was convinced. So I'm glad to be part of doing the Monster Bass thing. It's I love me some Strike King, and I love trying out some new stuff. So I'm actually fishing in a kayak tournament on Sunday. And I think the stuff that came in this month's bag, that applesauce fork bait, that they're gonna kill me for the X Zone, that
adrenaline crop.
Like it spins up. I'm looking forward to throwing that. So I'm feeling pretty good.
Amazing, man. You got any questions for Travis?
Well, I was going to ask him because I've actually got some time next week. I'm going to go up and visit my brother. We have the White River that runs through the middle of Indianapolis, Indiana. It's got a lot of smallies in it. And it's been quite a while since I've been smalley fishing. And back, last time I went, tubes seemed to always be the biggest, kind of bait going. And I wanted to see if that was still the thing, or is there a new hotness that, people are throwing? Just trying to kind of get caught up because I haven't fished for smallies in forever.
What kind of water color do you have there? Is it clear or stained?
I'm pretty sure right now it's clear. I was kind of keeping an eye on a tournament that took place there, a kayak group, and they were pulling like 4-pound smallies out of there, which kind of caught my eye.
Sweet.
Oh
yeah, so you're actually you're going to be facing pre-spawn conditions, so you want to get a map out and be able to kind of look for spawning flats, where areas where these fish are going to pull out. I don't know if there's current there or not, but they're going to want to spawn primarily out of the current unless they can find, and keep in mind that may be dead in the river if you can find some type of current break, whether it be a boulder or bridge piling, man-made. I have no idea what it looks like there, but you want to find areas where these fish are going to be staging to start to spawn, because they're definitely getting, feeling that warmer water temp. And so those are the areas you want to focus on. You can certainly catch them on a tube beneath finesse bait, drop shot, TRD, Ned rig type baits. But I'd be chucking around a couple, some smaller jerk baits, perhaps, especially in the river system. Nothing bigger than like a pointer 100. 78 would be a good choice. And you want to work it somewhat slow based on the temps. I'm guessing you're probably, in the mid 50s right now, water temp. That's ideal for a jerkbait presentation, but don't discount a crankbait as well, and perhaps a lipless in certain situations. So you're dead on. Tubes are going to be a good all around, cover most of the water column and have your bases covered. But definitely try to experiment and have a little bit of fun with it too.
Yep, sure will. I appreciate the input.
Absolutely.
All right, thanks, Gramps. I think we got time.
I appreciate it.
Yeah, man. Listen, TJ, I really appreciate everything, and let's find some time maybe next week for you and I to catch up. I'd love to just have a one-on-one conversation and see how we might be able to work together. So thank you so much. Man.
That would be awesome. I appreciate it.
So awesome. And that was great, Maxie. You got any?
Yeah.
Max, should we take?
Can I give some?
What?
Can I give some people some tips? I saw people asking
like $20
about
or
how to get money
kind of tips
to
you
pay
giving?
for your box. So I just wanted to give everyone a tip real quick. Is that okay?
Yeah, please. Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, guys. So what you're gonna want to do is you're gonna want to, go on your phone, go to like the place where you type in a number, put *67 so it blocks your user ID. Call your grandma and tell her about her car's extended warranty, and then just tell her that you need the credit card information, and then you can just buy everything. No, I'm just kidding, guys. Go out there, do some work, cut some people's yards, do some yard work. You got to work to pay for what you want to do. So go out there and do some work, and then do some fishing.
Okay.
Was that funny enough and
No.
serious enough?
No. I mean, I don't really get it, but whatever. I mean, yeah. Should we do a shot before the next thing? Travis, you want to do a shot?
Mom!
The meatloaf! Mom!
Yeah, just real quick, everyone, while there's a silent moment, some more details on this giveaway. The video is not uploaded yet. So
Nobody
don't
cares.
comment on previous videos. The video is going to be up tonight at 9:30 p.m. Eastern, 6:30 p.m. Western timers, and then 8:30 Central Time. You're going to have to comment the word Chatterdonk. I'm not telling you how to spell it. Once the video is up. The video will be titled Fishing on Mom's Pond. So everyone just be prepared. I will make a video on Instagram, and yeah, I will show off the pack.
All right, guys, the hotline's open. If you want to ask any questions about Max, we got Max's mom in the house, and we're gonna ask everything about like what it was like to raise him as a kid. Did he poop a lot? What's it like? What's it like? What's it like filming him? And what's the worst thing Max has ever done to get punished? So before we take calls, the hotline's open. Here it comes, Max.
Oh, someone said give Mom the chair.
Oh, yeah. All right, caller, you're on the air with Max's mom. What do you got?
Okay, I'll be back.
What do you got?
What's up, Rick?
What's going on? Who is
What's
this?
up, Meatloaf? Max's mom. How are you?
Good.
Hello.
Wanted to call in and do a shot with you guys.
Oh, should we do shots? Hey, can someone go to my liquor cabinet and get some stuff? Max's mom. Should we always call her Max's mom? I feel like that's the appropriate thing. You got Fireball, or we need to yell downstairs to Max?
I got Fireball, baby. I got Fireball.
Oh, Max's mom's got Fireball. I love this. Not that one. Oh, God. Be careful of the door. We're going to pull it off. Oh, look what else we got. What?
I have a special guest.
Oh, it's Max's dad.
Hey.
I love it. He's got the champagne. He's got the champagne of beers right there. This is
Don't mind my paint and sweatshirt.
Grab any kind of alcohol. We don't care. We're doing some shots. No. There's nothing good in there.
Hey, Rick, thanks for helping me crush my new personal best. I appreciate it, man.
Tell me more. What was it? What did you catch it on?
I caught it on the adrenaline craw. I messaged you about it this week.
Oh, I saw your picture, right?
Yeah, I can't post it yet because I played hooky at work.
Oh, yeah, that's right. That's right. We won't talk about it. We won't talk about it. But
So we're gonna do some shots to it.
I love this. I love this. Are we doing some shots? I don't care what it is. Oh my God. What is that? From when I was in college? Was I not man enough to finish that? No.
Since everyone wants to be so personal, here's a family portrait from like, I don't know, a lot of years ago. There's little me right there. That's little me.
Hey, Max, we're a little busy right now. Important things.
Yeah.
Is that Max? Was that glamour shots from the mall?
Yeah, the whole family.
Max is so mad at me right now.
Beat it, dude.
Wait, when Max gets back, maybe we should talk about his dating skills.
About his what?
Oh, hold on. We're going to do some shots. So I'm supposed to go to Cabo tomorrow. I don't know if it's going to happen. Can you tell I've been crying all day? I'm so sad. What?
I say shots to many more years.
Hold on, Rafi. Can you? I need you to place an ad tomorrow. We're looking for a podcast producer. He does, one that does shots. Put it in the thing. No. Fix. No, that's fine. No. Fix. He's got to take care of my dog and stay at the house while I'm gone. He's gonna, as long as he has a fire, we're gonna leave him some special chocolates. He's gonna have a good time.
Oh, those chocolates gonna have chocolate in it?
Yeah. Perfect. All right, so Max isn't here, but to Max's mom and dad, once again, we want to say thank you for having some trust and some faith and belief that we're gonna handle your son with care. We're gonna have a little bit of fun, but we're gonna be very respectful. Travis Manson, thank you for being on the show. And we appreciate you and all that you do to support Monster Bass. And to the caller that skipped out on work and caught his personal best on the X Zone Adrenaline Craw. We want to say congratulations because Jim Van Ryn from X Zone appreciates you and everything that you do. So cheers.
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 Oh. All right. Woo. Great. Yeah. Caller, you're live and on the air. Do you have any questions for Max's mom or Travis?
Hello?
Or his dad?
Hello?
Yeah, hello?
Oh, yeah, hello. Who's this?
This is Canadian Pharmacy. Do you need a prescription for Viagra, Cialis, or?
I was supposed to call Travis Manson on this phone line.
Wait, what?
Travis Manson? Is this Travis Manson?
Yeah, go ahead.
Oh, okay, yeah. I was supposed to call and ask him a few questions.
Yeah, go ahead. Ask him.
Yeah. What's your name?
My name is Rick. I'm his personal assistant.
Oh, hi, Rick. How are you? Travis, quick question. When you're fishing sluggo, do you drop shot the backside or do you pintail in the front?
Right. So the Sluggo's actually, the Sluggo. I've used that early on. I actually have a couple packs. It's actually a sleeper bait on Lake Champlain, believe it or not, especially in the lily pads. Straight white or black if you can. And I'll use a size 4 extra wide gap hook and kind of fish it like you would a fluke. So it's not really a drop shot bait, but definitely is a little sleeper bait that will put some fish in the boat.
Wow, that's great. Thanks a lot, caller. We got another question.
Hello?
Yeah, hello?
Yes, it's Travis there.
Yeah, go ahead.
Oh, Travis Manson.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, how are you?
I'm good. Who do we got?
Yeah. I just had a quick question about a Sluggo.
Yeah, we already answered that question.
I heard the last caller, and he got.
Hey, you know who I think this is? I think this is big time Jimmy.
No, it's Jimmy Big Time. You got that wrong. There you go again.
Jimmy Big Time in the house.
Oh my God! What's going on, fellas?
Hey, you got a voice. We can definitely hear. I knew that was you, bro. Hey, for all you that don't know, Jimmy's a regular on the Smallmouth Crush Live. And the chat here on my YouTube just lit up. Everybody's like, Jimmy's back, Jimmy. Anyways, was that you talking about the Sluggo before too?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. I didn't know. I know this is the other. Wait, is it Dave? Is it Dave? The Monster Bass guy.
No.
Well, that's Rick.
Yeah.
And then we have Max
Rick
is the.
Huh?
But Rick is the Monster Bass guy, right? Rick is.
Yes, sir.
Correct.
Yeah, because Rick, did you answer when I called in?
I did.
Well, you know, can I speak to Kevin Stanson, please?
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't want to get you mad. You hang up on me.
It's all good, Jimmy.
Yeah.
Man, yeah,
Well,
Jimmy
hey,
and I
Steve,
actually.
congratulations.
Yes.
I was going to say congratulations on your third loser.
Yeah, you're welcome.
You know? Yeah. Yeah, congratulations.
Thank you. Thank
proud
you.
of you, by the way. Yeah. But I did
Well-
like the little check you got. I was very proud of you for the check.
Yes. Now I can go buy some big time Jimmy Bates for sure.
Yeah, I'll give them to you. You know that.
I know.
Oh boy, I know. Wow. So you're on Rick's show tonight.
I am. So they invited me on the Monster Bass live. They do a weekly show as well, and they actually have a live hotline, which is pretty cool. We need to figure out how to do that on our show.
Yeah, that is cool. Hey, Rick, can you send me the info for your live show? Your online, your live show.
He can do that.
I just want to watch it once. I want to watch it to see if I like it or not.
Well, it's every
Yeah.
week, right, Rick? You guys do this every Thursday?
Yes, they do, and
Yeah.
it is different every week.
Ah.
You never know what you're going to get.
Yes.
Well, if you want to keep your subscriptions up and your people up, about it, just don't have him on too often.
All right. We're gonna do our best. Thanks a lot, man.
All right. Jimmy, you're going to be on our show coming up here in the next couple of weeks. We're going to talk about your tournament, getting back in, just like some of the guests we talked about earlier tonight, getting back into bass fishing. That seems to be the theme, especially for, the older generation like yourself. I mean, how many spawns you really got left? I mean, what, 12, 13? When you think about it?
I think I probably got 6. If I don't make the elites in the next 6 years, I'm going to have to stay with the FOW. It's just that simple.
Okay.
I mean, I don't even know what to say about that. I got 6 years. I'm 54. I got 6 years left.
There you go. We love it. Big time, Jimmy. Everybody.
Well, I'm going to let you guys listen. Thanks for letting me call in, Rick. I seen you on Travis's show. You guys do a great job, seriously, and I appreciate the call. Hey, be good.
Thank you. All right. Do we have any other calls that want to talk to Max's mom and learn about? Max's mom. I do have a question. What's the worst thing that he's ever done? Like. I don't care if it's a lie. I don't care if he snuck out at night and shot the neighbor's dog with a BB gun, or I don't know. I mean, he's a pretty good kid. So what's the worst thing he's ever done?
He is overall, yes, a very good kid. Chill out. He's trying to give me his best. The worst thing he's ever done, I guess it's a good thing that I can't think of any one general major event.
Yeah, you got a good one, right?
It stays that way.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I would just say it's a day-to-day.
Moon, my brother.
No, just I don't know. I'm drawing a blank.
So Max never. So all right, let's go down the list. You ready? We're gonna.
It's more of a constant drives me crazy, not like a one thing.
Let's spitball it. Let's spitball it. So
I
Max.
snuck out.
No,
I
Max.
went to a
Max.
party. I did so many drugs. I got
out.
Max.
so arrested.
Max.
I was doing
Oh my
tequila.
God, Max.
I was, like, all in the, I was crazy.
chill.
I was
Yeah.
drunk.
Max, take your mom's
thankfully
advice.
none of
Take
them.
your mom's advice. Okay, so he's
Yeah, the
never.
worst thing would just be completely not listening to what I say.
So he doesn't like steal. He doesn't steal dad's beers or anything. He pretty much is like he's just a good kid, right?
He is a good kid. Yes.
I love that.
You know, everyone has their faults, but overall, I can't complain.
All right, so let's talk about military school for a little bit. So you know, you love your son, but you have a love-hate relationship with him. So you're going to send him to military school where he's going to be punished and all that fun stuff. What is your stance on corporal punishment?
Eye for an eye. No, I'm just kidding.
I love her.
Whoa, Rick. No, I'm just kidding.
No, the Delaware Military Academy actually was his interest. Ever since he was little, he has been very patriotic is, I guess, the best word I can say. His uncle went into the Marines and we went to that send-off, and ever since it's kind of just been. And getting to know his personality, I think it will be a very good fit and help mold him into where he's gonna go.
Where did thank you. Where did it was very clear during the election that that you were voting for Biden and your son was a Trump supporter. How did that come into play where a young man such as your son was very clear, like, and I don't judge either way, right? Like, but where do you think his party lines and his support of Trump, like, where did that come from? Is that a house divided between you and your husband, or is that just like that's just him?
No, I think that honestly it was due to social media. Being a part of MONSTERBASS and all of the fishing world and the hunting world, I think a lot of the groups that he liked, a lot of the people that he followed, all of that kind of led him that direction. I've never said this to him, but I think another part of it might just be because it's the opposite of us. So maybe those two things together. But no.
So what were those what were those conversations like, Max? Saddle. So what were
so
those?
Austin wants to say hello.
Austin,
This
come
is
here, buddy.
Austin.
Austin, give me the guns. Give me the guns.
Give him the guns.
Come on.
No.
Say your prayers, eat your vitamins. You're a real American.
No and no. See,
No. Give him
that
the.
is actually the worst.
No, Max, give him the people's elbow. People's elbow or the Stone Cold Stunner. One of the two. Don't care which one it is. Drop him on the floor. Max, drop him on the floor. Pile driver. Travis is like, what kind of show did I just participate in? We got mom separating the boys. We got one kid giving the stunner. God, I love this. Thank you, God, for giving me the platform. All right,
There's your answer.
All right,
That's
well,
the worst.
all right, well, listen, Mom. Thanks a lot for being the voice of reason in that household, and thank your husband. We appreciate everything, and have a great night.
Thank you. You too. See you
All right,
guys.
bye-bye.
All right, you're back up.
Hello.
Hey, go ahead, caller.
This is Sean from Chicago.
Sean from Chicago. What's going on? First time caller?
Yeah. What's up?
What's up, man? What's your PB? Oh, yeah. Turn down your
What's my
volume.
PB?
Wait, turn down your
like
volume.
5 pounds?
Wait, turn down your volume.
My bad. I got it. Yeah, I got it.
5 pounds.
Okay.
5
Now I can
pounds.
hear you.
5 pounds. What'd you catch it on?
Would I catch it on a jig?
Dope. What brand?
Little football jig. I don't know what brand.
then you should lie and just say Monster Bass. Monster Bass football jig. 3/8 ounce tungsten football.
Monster Bass
Done.
football jigs. I do like Monster Bass gear.
Thank you. All right. You got a question?
No question.
Okay.
Sean, you always got. Is
Curious.
this Sean?
Have you
This
seen
is Sean.
Have you
Sean's
seen
always got
the Have you seen the Stone Cold Stunner documentary on A&E?
Dude, I totally watched it. Are you kidding me? I've watched.
What is it?
Yeah, I think it was badass.
Oh, dude, that was so good, right? Like when you think about the WWF, right? Like the Attitude Era was so compelling. You know, it was really sad when you think about like what that guy went through, because he owned that persona so much. Like when he talked about like,
oh yeah,
loving the double wide trailer, and that was like him drinking beer, doing his thing, being like a lone wolf. It was so sad but so compelling, because you had to do that in order to really be Stone Cold Steve Austin. Like that.
Right.
That guy
to be that badass.
And then at the end, when like they played that match, the last match was going to be The Rock versus Stone Cold, and The Rock pinned him, and he told him he loved him and thanked him.
I almost cried. I almost cried. I was watching that.
Oh my God, me too. Oh my God. I was just on a podcast with LSU, some SEC LSU football podcast, and we said, Are You Serious Sports? And I sat and we talked about professional wrestling, and I get really passionate about it because I've watched a lot of it, like live, like go and get like good and liquored up, watch some professional wrestling, have a good time, and get caught up in the whole story. It's like going to the movies. But there was nothing like Stone Cold Steve Austin and The Rock. Those two, amazing.
Yeah, they're both epic. And it was a great documentary.
Yeah,
you guys, Max and Travis, you guys got to watch it.
You know, on Sunday is Rowdy Piper.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So so A&E has an 8-part miniseries where they're gonna go through 8 of the most epic WWF wrestlers of all time. So you should definitely tune in. I appreciate you calling, and yeah, definitely. Thank you so much.
Wow.
All right. Yeah. We lost somebody.
Can I take the next one?
No.
I never got to officially take one.
Max? Yeah, you ever been at the receiving end of a Stone Cold Stunner? I used to give those to my brother as a little kid. We used to dive off the couches and do like Jimmy Superfly Snukas, and like just like it didn't matter. My mother, my poor mother, she would say something. I'm like, it doesn't matter what you think.
Jeez.
Yeah. Because Stone Cold said so.
Okay.
Austin 316. See how I did that without one? Oh. Anyway.
Oh, okay.
All right. Sean, call back in. Oh my God, the Nature Boy Ric Flair. You know, Rafi, if you could ever get Ric Flair, the Rolex wearing jet. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Okay. If you could ever get that guy, I would be forever in your debt, and I would be forever like so. That would be like the greatest birthday gift ever. That guy can talk so much trash. Oh, he's so good. If I did that to my mom, Rick, I wouldn't have made it to be a Monster Bass customer. All right, guys, we got the hotline open. We're going to keep it for a couple minutes, and then we're going to let Travis go because, you know, I got to be respectful. Travis is he's one of the best sticks I know. He's a busy man on social media, and he's also a dad. So
it's after hours, bro. It's after hours. I'm in.
Yeah. Oh, okay. So
respectfully, Rick, I actually have to go here. I got to pack for my trip.
All right.
Got to go to
Let's
bed.
say goodnight to Max.
Bye, everyone. See you guys next
Bye,
week.
Max. We'll see you later.
See you,
bro.
Max.
All right.
Bye, everyone.
All right. Oh.
There we go.
Now we're going PG. Now we're going PG-13. Go ahead, caller. You're on the air. Hey.
Yeah, I'm looking to get a hold of Travis. This is old 2-Man 98 from Wisconsin.
Yeah, turn down your volume. Turn down your volume first.
All right, it's muted.
All right, there you go. Go ahead. You got Travis.
Manitowoc, right?
Hey, Travis. Yeah,
Hey,
Manitowoc. All right. Good. How are you doing, buddy?
Man, having fun. Something a little different. This is pretty cool being able to actually take calls. For sure.
Yeah, a little too much wrestling talk. I'm looking for some bass talk.
Right? Sean messes everything up.
No, that's cool. Hey, I just bought the new Bass Cat April 1st, and I'm looking at going across the bay. I'm going to launch out of O'Connell, and I'm going to take my girlfriend over to Sturgeon Bay area.
Okay.
Little Sturgeon, Riley's Bay, Sand Bay, Sawyer Harbor. Which one do you recommend right now? I'm thinking Little Sturgeon's probably a little warmer.
Yeah, well, first of all, why are you not launching right up in that zone? Why O'Connell?
She's from O'Connell. Because she's from O'Connell Falls.
I got you. Fair enough.
Yeah, and I'm not afraid of it. I grew up in Marinette, so I'm used to crossing the bay.
Yeah, all those bays are actually going to be good. You don't want to discount any of those right now. Little Sturgeon is and Riley's would be a couple of the bays I would certainly start out with. And I would refer back to, and I know you've listened to some of the podcasts, I'm sure. Kyle Carpenter talked about A-rigging that time of year. Gary Atkins talked about imitating that smelt bite that time of year, this time of year as well with jerk baits. And of course, the hair jig's going to come into play. But those fish, you're going to find some fish in that 12 feet of water or less for sure. I assume. I'm not too familiar. I haven't been following the weather, but I think you had a little bit of cold front recently, like most of us. But once that temperature stabilizes and start to increase, you can expect a pretty good bite there for the next 2 to 3 weeks, and can develop a pattern that you can
it's a little chilly.
Yeah, that's what I do.
Yes. Yeah.
I actually just had to come in because I was out in the garage. My fingers were getting cold. So yeah, we definitely had a cold front.
Yeah, absolutely.
And what I was thinking is I'm going to set her up with a tube, something simple, and then I'll kind of experiment myself with a few different things. Maybe a little jerk bait and some hair jigs.
Yeah,
stuff
absolutely.
like
You're
that.
on the right.
So
You're definitely on the right track.
Cool.
Definitely
I'm looking at some Get Bit Baits tubes.
Very good tubes. That's one of the brands I highly recommend, especially for smallmouth that time of year. Don't forget about that dark melon color, especially on the Great Lakes.
Yeah. All right, guys. Well, oh man, the hotline is a hopping tonight. Austin 316 is bringing them out and grow. Go ahead, caller. You're on the air.
Hey, Rick, this is Mitch. How's it going?
Wait. This is who?
Mitch.
Oh, Mitch. I apologize. The batteries in my Miracle Ear aren't working. I heard something totally different. How's it going, Mitch?
Oh, it's better to say it real fast. That way everybody thinks they hear what they hear.
Yeah. What's going on, man?
Not much, man. All right, I got a question for Travis here.
Oh.
Well, 3 actually. All right, how'd
Go
you
ahead.
come up with Smallmouth Crush for YouTube name?
So I wanted something obviously that was catchy, which I thought I did a good job. Was available on YouTube and Instagram and all the social media platforms, and it's kind of a play on words. Obviously a smallmouth will crush a bait, or do I have a crush on a smallmouth? You decide.
Right on, man. All right, next question.
Yep.
If you could pick 4 baits you have to stick in your pocket and go fish a pond with, what is it?
Wait, 4?
4? That's a lot.
4 baits.
Give me a lot of options.
How about 2?
All right, 2.
All right, 2.
2. Senko, of course, for pond fishing. Definitely a Senko, and I would use that on a wacky rig hook, and I would also Texas rig that.
Can we call Jerry?
But I would probably have some type of reaction bait, and depending on the time of year, let's just say it's the middle of summer. I would have a frog tied on in the pond as well, popping frog. That would be my 2 go-tos. And then if I could add another one in, and it was a deeper pond, jerk bait. They ain't gonna see a lot of jerk baits in those ponds.
Amazing. And your third
Rock
question.
on. All right, third question. In-N-Out Burger, yes or no?
Whataburger. Otherwise, no.
Oh, it's
What?
funny.
I don't think I've ever been to In-N-Out Burger. I've never had an In-N-Out
Yeah,
Burger.
first of all, I apologize. Secondly, Rafi. Travis needs to come out to the West Coast. Secondly, I'd like to make a phone call.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, listen, I'd like to call somebody in charge of Whataburger. I'm going to call the vice president of burgers at Whataburger. Hello?
Whenever I go to Texas,
You're on the air. Go ahead.
Yeah. Hey, is this Jeremy, the vice president of Whataburger?
Yes, sir.
All right. So
yes, sir. Looking forward to promotion soon, but yes, sir.
Yeah. So Jeremy, I've got you online with Travis Manson from SMALLMOUth CRUSH, and I know last week we got into it a little bit. You know, you and me, In-N-Out versus Whataburger, and somehow this week we got into it again. And so I just want to give you a call and really give you the opportunity to sell Travis on In-N-Out Burger, because I know that you're a secret spy, and Whataburger is not really as good as In-N-Out, right?
Well, first of all, I mean, I'm truly sitting here and kind of like baffled and astonished that a guy who loves pro wrestling so much also judges fast food restaurants by their interior decor. I mean, I can't find the connection here.
Did you just call me gay?
No, I didn't. I didn't.
He said no homo.
No.
All right, listen.
I would say you're very versatile. How about that?
Okay, just so we're clear. I appreciate the Stone Cold Stunner more than anyone else, and I've dropped the people's elbow on everybody except for my girlfriend. I would like to, however, drop the people's elbow on my girlfriend from time to time, but I understand that probably wouldn't go over very well with the general public, and I'd probably lose a lot of subscribers. At the end of the day, however, I do think that while I'm not a fan of In-N-Out Burger, I do think it's better than Whataburger. And so do you have a question for our good friend Travis Manson from SMALLMOUth CRUSH?
Yeah, I do. So, Travis, first of all, great show tonight. Your info on smallmouth has been fantastic. I'm admittedly not into smallmouth fishing a lot because there's only really maybe one or two places within an hour or two drive of Dallas that have good smallmouth. Although Lake Texoma has pretty good smallmouth, and a couple lakes in Oklahoma do as well. But I have caught two smallmouth in my lifetime on the Little Pigeon River in Pigeon Forge, Tennessee. I'm going back there in 2 months, and so I'll tell you. Last time I caught them on a jig, small finesse jig with a Rage Menace trailer, but quite honestly, didn't really have a whole lot of idea of what I was doing. So, you've got a small river, holds trout and smallmouth. What do you pretty clear, pretty shallow, but what do you top of mind? What are you using in June to target smallmouth in that scenario?
Yeah, I got you covered on that. You're going to want to use a white rooster tail in 1/8 size. It's an inline spinner. Really effective in rivers. You're going to also want to use a small any type of popping bait. They're a little expensive, but like a smaller Rico, or perhaps even the Bass Pro, the Poppin' Image Junior by Hedden would be a good topwater bait to try. Again, twister tails, grubs on a 1/8 ounce jig head, and you can't go wrong with a 1/10 size Z-Man TRD Ned rig, yoga pants, green pumpkin, goby, or the deal.
Is there really a color called yoga pants?
Yeah,
I was about
absolutely.
to say I do love yoga pants.
I gotta be honest. That's one of the number one things that I missed during COVID was yoga pants. Like I do a lot of yoga, and I've missed yoga pants a lot.
Yeah, so I wear a lot of Lululemon for men. It's actually pretty cool and comfortable. But
That's
so
a quick clarification you just made there. Very quick clarification.
Thanks for the visual from your producer.
Yoga pants by
I get it.
Z-Man.
I get it. You
is
like to wear yoga
a,
pants and show off the deal. I get it, man. Cool.
That's right, and drink White Claws and catch big monster smallmouth. All right, give me a break. Ain't a big deal. So the yoga pants color by Z-Man is actually, I wish they made a true black color, but they don't. So the yoga's, I guess, kind of more see-through, right? So when you stretch that, it's transparent, so it allows a little bit of light, and it's still a darker color. I really wish they did make a straight, like a jet black color. But that's kind of what I would use if I was targeting, was it Pigeon Ford River or something like that in Tennessee, for sure.
Yep. Yeah. All right. Another question for you. I don't think you've addressed this tonight, but I heard someone mention this previously that also is in the smallmouth fishing. Tell me the difference about the eyesight between a smallmouth and a largemouth bass.
The eyesight, well, I don't know biologically as far as how it all works. Yeah. I wouldn't be able to answer that. I will tell you that smallmouth do rely a lot on sight, and maybe perhaps a little bit more than a largemouth does, but really it's conditions and it's water clarity, right? You hear a lot that smallmouth are more active, especially in the northern part of the country when it's sunny, versus the southern part of the country. They seem to feed a little bit more when it's cloudier and nastier conditions. So I don't know biologically if the eyesight thing is a true legit, and I wouldn't know how to even prove that, because northern versus southern smallmouth should be genetically the same, right? I could be wrong, but they do tend to feed and act differently under certain weather conditions. So keep that in mind. Clearwater smallmouth do like sun. We see them roaming a lot more during the sunny days, calmer days, things like that. So I guess that's the best answer I can give you based on my experience on the water.
Yeah, no, that's great. I was with a guide on Lake Okeechobee back in February, but he's from New York.
For your birthday?
And so it was a week before, but yeah, it was when my wife out fishing. I'll go ahead and say it before you do.
All right, let's just wait. Hold on. Let's just be clear. We're not talking to some assistant, fry guy. That's where the big bucks start coming in. You're not the fry guy at Whataburger. We're talking to Jeremy Francis from Fishing the Lone Star. So
that's right.
All right, go ahead. Yeah. Continue.
Yeah.
Sorry, I apologize.
Yeah. So no, you're good. So we had an interesting conversation while we were fishing at Okeechobee, and he was saying half the year I'm back in New York fishing smallmouth, the other half of the year I'm down here chasing obviously giant largemouth in Okeechobee. So he was kind of sharing, and I'd never really thought about this, that smallmouth, he was just kind of saying, like, anecdotally speaking, are genetically better with eyesight than largemouth, where smallmouth will feed more off of sight, and probably because there's mainly around clear waters, etc. And therefore you have to use lighter lines, more smaller finesse lures, but they'll track baits differently than say a largemouth would, because a largemouth is more reactive and primarily also uses a lot of feel versus eyesight. I just thought I never really thought about the differences that way and targeting those two species, but just wanted to share and also kind of get your take on that. But thought it was an interesting perspective.
Yeah, absolutely. I think smallmouth are more curious as well in general. I don't see too many largemouth following your boat in 5 feet of water, putting the power poles down and just kind of hanging out around them. But I do see smallmouth do that all the time. So I think they're curious. I think they like to know what's going on in their environment. They're more in tune to what's going on, if you will. The light line theory, yes and no. Okay, I'm not sold yet on would I catch more fish on 6 versus 8. You know what I mean? Like all this stuff I'm not sold on. I kind of want to go on a rant right now. These baits that we're throwing, pick one. Here, I'm just grabbing one. I hate taking new baits out. Here's a Z-Man Go. What the hell does that look like? You know what I mean? It don't look like nothing that was in the water.
Yeah.
None of this shit
Nothing.
does. Okay.
Right. Exactly.
And so we're giving. You got to use 6-pound line and put in, and you're gonna get more bites on this stupid piece of plastic that doesn't look like anything that's swimming in the water. Come on. Get out of here.
Here's my take on this, Travis. I think if I made a bait that looked something like that didn't look like something like that, and I put streamers and whatever off it, and one guy said, I want a tournament off it, we make $1 million.
Sure.
Like, it's unbelievable. Like some of this stuff doesn't look like anything that swims in the water, yet we're gonna pump that crap out there, and then everyone's gonna duplicate it because everybody has one. So we've got to say that we have one. I don't know.
It's a fascinating. It's everything.
Fascinating.
What I love about fishing is very fascinating. We'll never understand it.
Never.
We won't know. And everyone's got their own opinion. Again, it goes back to what your strengths are, what your abilities are on the water to be able to go out there and catch them, what you want to accomplish in a day. You know what I mean? If you're just out there having fun, soaking up some sun, catching a fish or two, that's cool. But if you want to get into it, like, you got to start. You either got it or you don't. By the way,
right.
Okay,
100%.
it's hard to learn it. Okay, you can try and dream as big as you want. You know, wear your jersey and get your rep boat. But if you still suck at fishing, you still suck at fishing. And we got to change that mindset. We got to develop you as an angler. That's where it needs to start. It ain't going to be watching some YouTube video and buying the latest and greatest bait. You need to go back to the basics.
Yeah.
Sorry, I went off.
No. Listen, I agree with you 100%. Like, listen, I am not an accomplished angler in any way. I'm not a great angler in any way. But when I look at the world, I see 3 types of anglers: imitators, innovators, and idiots. And the idiots make a lot of money because let's take a guy and let's put him into buckets. Let's forget the labels. You got guys that are like,
I'm not naming names, but you can.
I'm gonna name names. It's okay. Like, I stand behind it. Let's take guys like Jason Lambert. I love Jason Lambert. I love him as a human being. His wife is amazing. As a family, they're really solid human beings. Jason is an amazing ledge guy. He's solid every other season, and he wins the ledge tournaments. The others, he doesn't do that well. Then you take guys that are super versatile. I don't know. Scott Martin. Scott Martin is pretty consistent. He's consistent across the board. He's not the best at any specific thing, but he's pretty versatile. And I think when you look at those things, right? Like, it's really interesting because, you got to stay, either you stay true to what you're really solid at, like, Travis, you're drop shot, you're money in the bank, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. He's like, I don't know that I want to go where you're going with this, but I'm going to agree with you for a second. To me, it's no different. It's no different than Jason Lambert, right? You're super comfortable drop shot. Jason Lambert, structure, ledges, things like that. That guy's money in the bank. Lambert always sticks to his guns, and I think what that does is he knows he's going to win certain tournaments. He just does, right? And I think with Martin doesn't know if he's ever going to win, but he's going to always be consistent in the middle of the pack because he's pretty well versed. He doesn't stick to his guns. He's like, I'm going to play across the board. And I think and this is just my opinion, I think at the end of the day, like, there's value in both things. I think it just comes down to what makes you feel better. And so, I don't know. I don't even know what I'm saying.
No,
Yeah.
I mean, I can see that. I think if I kind of change gears away from the pro scene and just talk about all us other normal guys, like, you know, my my philosophy is I actually take a lot of the same philosophy that I got from a baseball coach in college. And he said, I was a starting pitcher, and he said, okay, are you going to pitch to your strengths, or are you going to pitch to the hitter's weaknesses?
Right.
And the point is, you should never pitch to someone else's weaknesses, to the hitter's weaknesses. You should pitch to your strengths and make them beat you at your strengths.
Right.
And so I kind of take that same philosophy when I go out and fish. Like, I know the techniques that I'm really good at, and I've gotten really good at it because I've just done it, you know, consistently and just dedicated time to it. And I know those that I'm not good at. But when I go out and fish, like, I almost know that I have to then do my best to make those fish bite the way I want them or need them to bite, versus saying, oh, well, they're not biting this way. Let me rig up, you know, some of the techniques that I know I'm not very good at. I'm probably going to have even less success doing that because I know I'm not good. Now, there's a whole other philosophy of, well, then you should go take more time and practice and get good at that. Yeah, for sure. But I'm a guy who just wants to go out and have fun and do what I want to do. You know, I'm not, you know, fishing tournaments and trying to make money. So total different environment, but that's at least my strategy. You know, when I'm going out and wanting to, you know, to get bites in the 4 or 5 hours I had to fish. You know, that's kind of my school of thought there. But yeah, Travis, back to your point as well. I also throw nothing much less than 17 or 20 pound fluorocarbon on almost every setup. It doesn't matter which one it is, because there's so much timber and you know, potential for big fish. I'm like, if I hook into one, I'm not going to lose one, and I've never broken off on a fish ever.
I'll try to use the heaviest line that I can get away with. However, a lot of times a lighter line is going to give your baits a little bit better action and retrieve a little bit better depth. So you got to keep that in mind. It's not always because we're afraid of those fish seeing the line. It just gives a little bit better action to that presentation. So, you know, I found, you know, just like with Chickamauga, it wasn't crystal clear water. It was pretty much stained. I threw, and there's obviously some big largemouth living in that body of water. So I went with 12-pound fluorocarbon on most of my finesse rods. When I'm up on Lake Ontario and dealing with smallmouth drop shot, you know, Ned rigging, things like that, I find that 8-pound is very suitable for me at that leader material. So it ranges and depends on the body of water, of course.
Yeah, absolutely. And down here, I mean, you know, clear body of water down here in Texas is 3 feet visibility. Like we're amazed if we find water that's 3 feet clear. Most of the time it's less than that. So yeah, I will go down to 12 if I'm throwing, you know, a deeper, you know, mid to deeper diving crankbait. But that's even sometimes the lightest I'll go is 12-pound fluorocarbon. Everything else is pretty heavier.
Nice. So Jeremy, before we let you go, I appreciate you calling in. Or did we call you? I think we called you. Yeah. So
you called me. That's okay.
I just want to let you know that we're gonna be doing some filming up in Minnesota in when? Late June, and we're gonna fly you in and Travis. You know, depending on his schedule, because you know Travis is like a bit of a celebrity. Like, you know, they're filming the next The Bachelor and all that other stuff. The Bachelor? No, not The Bachelor. They're filming everything from The Bachelor to you know, My Secret Love, Big Brother, and you know he's always in demand, and so we're trying to get him in,
especially with his yoga pants.
Oh fuck!
Well, yeah. Listen, honestly. So I'm the type of person in January, I have my schedule already planned out pretty much for the whole year. And so that's what makes it difficult. Like all my guide trips are pretty much booked by the end of March. All my tournaments are out. So I know exactly where I'll be on this date. And it gets so hard when you throw a loop in, but I am also flexible and I'll try to make things happen. So let's do it.
So I think the whole point of this is, Rafi, we need to schedule this thing as quick as possible. Because you know, we need Whataburger and the Northeast. We need these guys to, you know, hang out.
Let's do it. Well, first of all, I'm down anywhere, anytime you just name the place, I will be there. Second of all, whoever's down here, I'm telling you, in June, we got to make it happen because Lake Ray Roberts is 25 minutes from my house, doorstep to boat ramp. So I will be there.
Just so we're clear, why do we want to go to Lake Ray Roberts? Don't we want to go do some private fishing? Do you want to? Is there anything you might want to plug?
That I want to plug?
Yeah, I don't know.
I mean, well, first and foremost, I would love anyone to subscribe to my channel. And the reason why is because, if you haven't recently heard, I'm donating 100% of the channel's revenue to a scholarship fund to go towards Anglers for Adoption, which benefits families who are going through the adoption process. So it's not necessarily for my own personal perspective and growth, but would love for us to kind of grow together, but all revenue is going to a scholarship fund. So we'd love for you to kind of help me help others in that way.
Hold on.
And yeah.
Hold on. All right. I know a little bit about what you're talking about. So you're creating a scholarship fund, Anglers for Adoption. And
yep. So for those that don't know, I have 2 biological daughters, and then about 5 years ago, we adopted our son from China. And the process of doing that was very eye-opening about how much adoption costs, and for a very good reason, right? Like, someone's giving you a human being. They need to validate the entire process, who you are, et cetera. So I understand the cost. A lot of people don't, but it's very expensive. And a lot of times that cost holds people back from going through the adoption process, which is unfortunate considering how many kids don't have families, whether that be domestic or international. So after we went through the process of adopting our son, my wife and I, kind of talked a lot about it. I always wanted, Fishing the Lone Star, that channel, the page, et cetera, to be more than just about me and fishing. And so it just kind of dawned on me one day that this is a way that I could raise awareness for adoption, and more importantly, kind of raise funds for families. And so we partnered with a local agency in Fort Worth that we use to adopt our son. And my wife and I, we donate ourselves every year and we created this scholarship fund, and then kind of said, okay, well, since we've created it, we're already donating to it. We'll take, revenue and any other donations anyone wants to make and apply it directly to this scholarship fund. So,
how much do you put in each year?
My wife and I start off every year with $1,000 donation.
All right, I'm going to match that.
Wow. Really?
Yeah, every year I'm going to match that for you. Rafi, you're watching this. I just committed to it. I'm going to match that for you, Jeremy.
Like, I'm really, really like taken back right now. That is amazing. That is super cool.
Listen, man, I really appreciate you, and I appreciate all that you do for me and for my brand, and you and I have never met, but
we haven't. No.
But I feel like there's I feel like if I feel like you would be someone that I would consider friends and family, and so if this is a cause that's really important to you, then it's a cause that's really important to me. So I'll commit $1,000 a year to your cause.
That's absolutely amazing. That's incredible. And it's at some point I'll give you a quick rundown version. I'm not going to go through all the details, but I will tell you, I personally was not bought into the adoption process. My wife wanted to adopt. I thought to myself, we have 2 daughters. If you want a third, I'm all for having a third. Let's have a third. And she basically said, there's no more children that are coming out of this body. I'm done. I'm done with birthing children, but I do want a third. And I personally didn't. And so it was something that we talked a lot about. My wife encouraged me to pray about, which I honestly did not. So finally, she just called me out one day and said, "Look, have you been praying about this?" And I said, I admit I haven't, but I will. And one day I was at a stoplight, and I happened to just push the CD button in my car, and I don't even know what CD was in there, but it was a CD from several years ago. It came on, and one of the songs that came on, there's a lyric that basically says, "Every street in London
and every child in Africa, they're all yours. And I'd heard this song many times over, but it was those lyrics, like every street in London and every child in Africa, basically like saying like, we're all children of God. It doesn't really matter who you are, where you're from. Like, we're all children of God. And it was that moment that you literally would have thought the roof was like torn off of my car. That God reached down and slapped me in the back of the head and was like, of course I want you to go through this adoption process. Like, of course I do. Yeah. And I literally, like, I'm just like bawling in my car. Like, I'm at a stoplight. People probably think I'm like the weirdest dude ever, because I'm like straight on, like sobbing, weeping, and went home. And I was like, I'm 100% bond in this process. Let's adopt. Let's go. And 15 months later, we went to China and brought our son home.
That's amazing. Amazing. Listen, Jeremy, I want to thank you for sharing your story. I want to thank you for being part of this ride. Your support for my brand has been amazing. I mean, all I've ever done is ask, and you've been there, and so thank you so much. Just tell Jeremy, or just tell Rafi what we need to do so that we can support your endeavor, because it really gives me, it really makes me happy to do so. So thank you so much.
No, well, absolutely. Thank you guys. And I will say, for anyone listening, Rick had no idea what I was going to say or talk about when he called me. So this was completely impromptu. So thank you, Rick, because I know that was probably, you had no intention of that at all when you decided to call me this evening.
Yeah, man, I had no idea, but I do want to say thank you. So I appreciate you and your family and everything you do for me. So
it's awesome. Hey, one last thing, Travis, Max, both of you, I want to fish with y'all sometime. So whether I have to come there, you have to come here. Let's make it happen.
Sounds good.
All right, man. Thanks a lot for calling in. Appreciate it.
Yeah, y'all have a good evening.
All right, man. All right. Travis, you want to take another call?
Yeah, let's go.
All right, let's do it. Go ahead. Go ahead, caller. You're on the air.
All right. I have a question for Travis.
Go yes.
Ahead. All right. So Travis, I know you've built a really, really great YouTube channel based around fishing and how-to videos about fishing and all that. You've got some really good videos out there. And I wanted to know, what are kind of some tips on creating a fishing YouTube channel? Because I have one right now that I'm still working on and still trying to get a little bit bigger. And I thought that you might be a really good person to talk to about it. Well,
I'm not, only because everything I've done I stumble through life when it comes to technology and social media. I just stuck with it. I just speak, you have to have here's how I look at it. You have to separate yourself from every other angler that has a YouTube channel. Okay. 7 years ago, I was talking on the phone with my buddy Jimmy, big time Jimmy, and he's like talking about this Fluke Master guy. He's got like 80,000 subscribers. He's like, you got to do a YouTube channel, Travis. I'm like, yeah, I don't know, man. And then 3 years later, I'm like, I need to do a YouTube channel, Travis. And so the sooner the better, the sooner you start. The problem now is you got to differentiate yourself. So people want some type of information, whatever you want to listen. The problem with me, I'll go and get yelled at in a marina and get 1.5 million views. And I'll talk about the best drop shotting technique, bait, and way to do it out there in my mind, and I'll get 2,000 views. So people want to be entertained on YouTube more than taught, if that makes sense. Those guys that are doing the entertaining and the craziness and whatever, because people just don't care. They don't want to watch some bullshit, stuff that's important to us. But the majority of people do not care about, what's the best finesse bait. They want to hear about, something crazy that happens on the water, or they want to see I don't know what they want, but apparently I can't. I've been 4 years deep into this and got 30,000 loyal, awesome followers, but it's a struggle. you have to have credibility. You know what I mean? I don't think if I did well in tournaments, I would have as strong of a following. You can see that with other YouTubers that are out there that, talk about baits and fishing, but can't back it up. And so I have that going for me, which also provides a lot of pressure. Not only I could care less where I end up in a tournament. I'm disappointed, but I don't want to let people down, or at least preconceived notion that, people aren't going to trust or hear what I have to say if I suck. So if I start sucking dick, excuse me, but if I do in tournaments, it's not going to, it affects me. You know what I mean? Like I get very, I want to be able to show, sorry guys in the background, I said the D word. It's so that, I don't even know where I'm going with this. You got to pick your niche, I guess.
Differently.
Yes. You got to stand out amongst everyone else. Here's the biggest way.
I've already gone down the how-to route.
Sure. Yeah. I found that just talking from the truth in my experience has been the best for me. It's not talking about Strike King products nonstop. That's the problem. That's the turnoff with a lot of these people that are on YouTube is they're going to push their brands, and you see it so much, and it's so obvious, and we're so sick of it. I think as consumers of information, we all want to find the truth, and we all want to learn what's the best, for the people that want to learn. They don't want to be given some fluff because the dude's sponsored by them, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
So there you go.
Well, that was a very good answer, I think.
That makes sense to me. I know nothing.
Yeah, it does.
I know nothing about fishing. But what I do know.
Well, then come on over to my channel.
Yeah, but thank you. Oh, thank you. But what I do know is that our producer Fix is telling me that we have gone way past our time, and
oh, geez,
and we need to end it out of respect for.
Yeah, it's been 2 hours.
Out of respect for Travis.
We've been going a while.
So I want to thank everybody for participating, and I want to thank my new great friend Travis Manson, aka SMALLMOUTH CRUSH, for being part of Monster Bass Live. Travis, thank you, and thank you for everything you do for us and the brand. I know your thing is that you don't endorse anyone or any company that
Hey.
Keep
going. He doesn't endorse shit.
I know that Travis doesn't endorse anything that he doesn't believe in. Like that's kind of his thing, and I want to tell you that it's an honor to be part of your tribe, Travis. So
awesome. Thank you.
Yes,
absolutely.
You have an amazing channel and really good content.
So thank you very much.
Thank you for everyone staying an extra hour. And Travis, I'm gonna call you on Sunday to see what's up with that video you promised us.
You got it. I'm in. All right, guys.
All right. And everyone go to SMALLMOUTH CRUSH and smash that subscribe button because I have learned more about fishing than I ever do because of this man right here. So get after it.
Perfect.
All right. Close it, Fix.